So I was looking at my analytics and I was trying to think of ways to keep improving. And it seems that videos that aren't as jumbled on the board, there's more of just headlines, some stat breakdown, scoring summary, do better when it's just me talking to the topics. So I'm going to try this format. If you like it, let me know. I tend to prefer the other way. I have more enjoyment doing it that way. But if that's not what you like, then that's fine. I mean, I'm like, this is fine too. I'll make it work. So, anyways, let's just hop right into it. So we got game two between the Islanders and the Lightning, and I was very surprised by how this ended up because this was the Islanders' game. I mean, I don't understand how they lost, but I'm gonna tell you why I think they did. Varlamov starts. Interesting choice. Not a bad choice. I don't think either of the goalies were the fault of their last loss, but I understand that they didn't want to go back to Grice. It's fine. Brassard was out, and Andrew Ladd is in, which is strange, especially because Ladd got prime power play opportunities. Like, why was he on the top line for the power play? He hasn't played in the playoffs yet. Brassard, up to this point, has played pretty well, but I'm speculating here. My only explanation would be that they were trying to send a message to the team. They got to play better than 8-2, which is like fair, but why Brassard? Because Brassard wasn't really the problem. The only thing that I can note Brassard doing blatantly wrong was in the late stage of the second period, he passed the puck too much, but that's just an Islanders theme, as we'll talk about soon. This was a very, very slow game. I'm not going to lie. I was getting tired watching this. I wanted to go to bed, but it's hockey. I love hockey, and I watched it because that's how I consume my sport. Very physical game. Very, very physical game. We had two fights. Not the greatest of fights, but they were fights nonetheless, and some people only watch hockey for the fights, just like those weird people who watch NASCAR for car crashes. Like, yikes. Humans are nuts, man. But the physicality at some points was a little bit too much. Like Killorn absolutely killing Brock Nelson's head, which, not gonna lie, before I can talk about Killorn, is Brock Nelson okay? Because he took that shot to the head, he took another hit to the head later on, and I'm not gonna lie, he had some, he looked like he might have had a concussion. I know he went and did protocol and he comes back and people are saying he's fine, but he didn't look good out there. And I don't know if that is something else, upper body injury or whatever, or maybe he's just not having a good game, but something didn't look right. And I've had a concussion before, and that's the only thing I could chalk it up to. I could be wrong, and I'm willing to admit that I could be totally off base here, but he just didn't look okay out there. Anyways, Killorn, though, initially with a bad hit, gets a 5-minute major with the Islanders do diddly squat on because Islanders power play gonna Islanders power play. But does Killorn get a suspension? Well, why don't you ask Ryan Reeves? The answer is yes. That there's no way that goes unpunished. But again, I guess we'll find out. But yeah, he should probably get a maybe. But again, there's no consistency with the NHLPA, so who knows? Speaking of people getting hurt, Braden Point also went awkwardly into the boards. He went to the locker room. He comes back. I only saw him on one shift, but some people have said two, so maybe he does two. And then he goes back to the bench and goes back to the locker room. Very empty bench because, again, Killorn was serving his game misconduct. Point was injured, and he only came in with 11 forwards, so they were down to 9 forwards at a point in this game. And they still won. Isn't that embarrassing for the Islanders? In a game they dominated. Yikes, guys. Yikes. All those Islanders fans tell me not to sleep on them. What am I not sleeping on? Huh? I'm sorry, I have a lot of friends that are Islanders fans. I'm kind of enjoying this. At the same time, I'm frustrated because watching this game was awful. But yeah, Point, big clutch guy for the Lightning. Very important in their lineup. Gonna be tough without him, but the Lightning are a very deep team. And I don't think we've seen the best of some of their players. Like, Palat's on fire, and he can fill in that spot. But Kucherov, he's not even at what I consider his best. Like, he can do even better, which is scary because he's been doing great. So, if he's injured, do I think the Islanders have more of a chance? Yes. But are the Lightning okay without him? Also, yes. The biggest issue with this game, shoot the freaking puck, Islanders. Oh my God. This is the worst I've seen it. The Islanders have this thing where they don't shoot the puck, and for whatever reason, because I can't explain why a team would do this, but they will own the zone, and they'll just go, oh, look at that net. Wouldn't it be nice to shoot on it? Nah, I think Barzal wants the puck. So Nelson will pass to Barzal, and Barzal will go, and he goes, wow, it's a nice net to shoot out. There's even some space. Nah, I should probably pass it to Pelech. So he'll pass it to Pelech, and Pelech will go, I could really drive the net right now. And just go, nah, let me pass. Oh, wait, I turned the puck over. And now it's going the other way. Shoot the puck, guys. Just shoot the puck. They had two on, they just don't cash in on any opportunities. And that's why they lost this game. It really is. They did not cash in. They had breakaways. They had odd man rushes. They had zone time. They had power plays, 4 power plays. Absolutely nothing. Puck movement, good passing, turnover, go play defense. That's all the Islanders were tonight. Their first goal came at 1:24, and it was a pretty fluky goal because Vasilevsky got knocked into his own net by his own player, so he's out of position. He comes back into position, and by the time he looks to go find out where the puck is, puck's in the net. Matt Martin put it in. And, Islanders fans will chalk it up to Sniper Martin, he's so good. No, guys, I'm sorry. Martin's had a good playoffs, but that goal's pretty fluky. But it's fine, if you're when you're watching this game, it's like, all right, Martin's got a goal. Islanders needed to answer for 8-2. They got the first goal of the game. That's good because all the Islanders need is a 2-goal lead and they can hold. But they did nothing with the rest of the period. And at 18:25, Hedman kind of gets his own fluky goal where he gets the puck from Goodrow, who gets the assist on this, and he rips it at the net, and it doesn't get any lift. It just kind of hits the bottom post and goes in. What are you going to do about that? So 2 fluky goals in the first period. It's a tie game. Pretty much nothing in the second besides ridiculous physicality in a fight. In the third period, I was like, all right, 7 minutes left in the game. All right, we're probably going overtime. So I was getting ready to take overtime notes. And right before I wrote down overtime on my note sheet with 9 seconds left in the game, Kucherov gets a goal by McDonough. You just can't let that happen. The Islanders played their game the whole game. Defensively minded, strong goaltending. They just didn't play offense. And it cost them because Tampa is a complete team. They're very deep. They have very strong players at every position. You can't get caught lacking. And the Islanders did. Because they didn't cash in on any opportunities. And it's frustrating. I'm not an Islanders fan, and I was watching this game just like, oh my God, just shoot the puck. Do something. Do something. Do something. You know that? You know the joke I just made? Yeah. It was awful. It was awful. And to be honest, if you're looking at this, Tampa has a 2-0 lead in the series. There's no home ice advantage for the Islanders now. They just get to wear their blue jerseys. What do they use as their point of inspiration? How do you just, besides obviously winning the Stanley Cup, how do they claw out of this? What sparks some life out of this team? I don't know. Anders Lee? No. I don't know what that guy's gonna say that's gonna fix this. You know what I mean? Who's gonna step up? Maybe Barzal, maybe Pajot. But if they step up, who's gonna match them? Kucherov, Point, Palat, who I argue are better. It just seems like Islanders have met their match here. I hope they don't get swept because that's just really embarrassing. And yikes, the Islanders fan base is gonna get absolutely shat on, and that which would be kind of entertaining to be honest. But oh man, it would be bad. Just win one game. Just win one game for your own sake. Shots on goal were 28-21 in favor of the Islanders. Face-off percentage was 55.6 to 44.4 in favor of the Islanders. The Lightning went 0 for 3, while the Islanders went 0 for 4 on the power play, both for 0%. Hits were 53 to 44 in favor of the Islanders. Shot blocks were 24 to 15 in favor of the Lightning, which is big in this type of game where there's not a lot happening. So if you're helping your goalie out, because he's not like hot. I mean, not a lot of quality chances besides the Lightning. Lightning got a lot of quality chances in my opinion, and the numbers support it if you go look them up. Block shots are a big deal. Anyways, save percentage was .964 to .905 in favor of the Lightning. So going into Game 3, it's not looking good for the Islanders. Can they pull it off? Yes, I think it's still possible that they play this type of game again. I hope not, because it would be boring as hell, but they could play this type of game again and just get lucky. It's possible. But man, Tampa's looking good. They're looking real good. And I doubt they lose this. I really do. It's like this was the Islanders' game to win. This was their time to be like, hey guys, Game 1 was a fluke. Don't worry, we can play our hockey and win. Well, you played your hockey and you lost. So we will see how it goes. But that's all I got for this video. So if you liked the video, please like it. I appreciate that. If you really liked it, subscribe so you can watch more videos. That would be even better. And if you think your friends will like, share it to them, because that's even better for me. I'd really appreciate that. Keep an eye out for the TikTok that I'm working on. I downloaded the app. I'm pretty much like an old man when it comes to technology. I really don't know how it works. I only got a Snapchat a year ago. I've had an Instagram for 2 years, but like I only started using it this year, so I don't really know how this stuff works, but I'm gonna figure it out and it'll be working basically. Speaking of Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. My account name is going to be in the description, and you can also check out the podcast I'm on. It's the Armchair Analyst Podcast on SoundCloud. I think that's all my plugs. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good night.